Hi, I'm Ethan Suplee, and you're watching The Nighttime Show.
At some point during this period of time, before My Name is Earl, because that's all kind of coming up into the same time period here. At some point in here, you lost like a large amount of weight.
Yeah.
How much did you lose?
Let's see, like close to 200 pounds.
Wow.
Yeah.
And how is it that you picked it up, Stephen?
Well, you know, I'm very good at things. One of those things is
cake.
Cake. Yeah, I'm very good at cake and cooking.
Yes.
But how did you how did that happen?
It was
Magic.
Real fucking real story.
Did you say a gypsy cursed you thinner?
Yeah, from the Stephen King book.
Ah, yes. From the old Stephen King's.
You know, in fairness, like I was not like in Remember the Titans.
Yeah.
I was way too big to be playing football, but it's high school, so they kind of got to let everyone on the team. That's how I justified it.
Right.
But I never really thought about losing weight. Like it wasn't something that I dwelled on. Yeah. And
well, also you were a working actor.
Yeah.
And you'd been a working actor at that size for a long time.
Yeah.
Like it doesn't really make sense to.
And you kind of feel like if it's not broke, don't fix it. If you're getting work.
Yeah. I mean, I just never thought about it. I never thought I should lose weight. It just was not something that, you know, I if anybody ever made fun of me, I would fight them and happily fight them. You know,
Yeah.
I wasn't like getting picked on. I'm a big dude, but I'm also not a pushover. So, you know, the few times when I was a kid that I was made to feel shamed, I would just fight you if you were a dude, you know.
Right.
And other than that, I had girlfriends, and you know, there was never something that I wanted to do that I couldn't do.
Right.
So it wasn't a huge problem in my life. Prior to Cold Mountain, I was in talks to do a movie, a Robin Hood movie with Jim Caviezel, and I was going to play Little John, and it was all set to go, and then it fell apart. And on one of the flights to Romania to make Cold Mountain, I ran into Jim Caviezel in the airport. We had never met, but we knew who each other were because we were going to do this movie. And then on the airplane, we were both flying to Frankfurt and then catching different flights to different random Eastern European cities. And he got up and came and sat with me on the airplane, and for 6 hours talked to me about how, and I didn't really understand it at first. I thought maybe it was because I was drinking in the lounge or something like that, but talked to me about how in his life he tries to emulate Jesus Christ, and finally got to the point of, you're not doing that. You're not emulating Jesus Christ. And
Is this before he played him in the movie?
yes, but he was super into
He was
Jesus
method
Christ.
acting.
And look, what I took away from it, and basically it was like, you're unhealthy. You know, you look at you're not walking the right path. Now, it has nothing to do with Jesus Christ. It has nothing to do with like, I'm going to make Jim Caviezel right. I got off the plane and thought, I never want anyone to feel that they can have that conversation with me again. That was truly, I was like, that will never happen again. Because I was trapped on an airplane for 6 hours listening to a guy tell me basically I'm going to hell because I'm not leading the right life. Now, look, I think it's a very kind thing he did now. You know,
Yeah.
I would never do
Can
that.
we still put
but
that Robin Hood
maybe
movie
I'm
together?
wrong.
But it's amazing how people feel they have permission to do that.
He talked to me
Like-
for 6 hours.
Like, can we get that Robin Hood movie to happen just so I can watch the behind the scenes making of? Because I want to see that now.
Right.
The commentary is like forever.
Yeah, I got off the plane and called who is now my wife and cried and was like, this fucking guy trapped me for 6 hours. His wife was on the plane and he left her seat to sit with me. I had an empty seat next to me. And I what do I say? I'm going to go sit in the bathroom for 10 hours? I mean, we're from LA to Frankfurt. And I was like, I don't want that conversation ever again. I need to figure this
Like,
out.
that's 20 minutes tops.
Yeah.
Conversation.
I mean,
get to the point.
yeah.
You know,
You're fat, lose weight,
And
you're gonna
it's like,
die.
you know, another
Jesus
thing-
doesn't love you because you're not.
And
his
this guy
example.
on an airplane got up and voluntarily sat next to the fat dude.
Yeah.
Nobody does that.
Yeah.
You know, Jim,
That's
another
very
thing
true.
Jesus doesn't do is jaw ass people on a plane for 6 hours about how they're living their life.
We recently had Henry Zebrowski on our show.
The best.
Who
I fucking love him.
He's so damn cool.
Yeah.
And you guys worked together on The Wolf of Wall Street.
Yes.
Good Lord, that movie.
It won awards.
It won awards.
Yeah.
It won all sorts of
That's a good
awards and
movie.
things.
Yeah.
What a great
What a
film.
big movie.
That's
No,
a
did it
big
win
film.
awards?
I don't know.
It probably
I
did.
probably
C.
did.
Scott won an award a lot.
What a great film.
Very big picture.
Now, on the internet, it says that you've known DiCaprio for a long time. Is that true? Did you guys know? Have you guys known
Yeah,
each other prior to
long
this?
time, yeah.
That set must have been the craziest, most fun set to be on. Was it a lot of fun being with all those guys and just messing around? And did it seem like a lot of fun?
Yes, we had a lot of fun. Honestly, for me, I have a wife and 4 daughters, so the kind of fun that you might be thinking of only gave me anxiety.
Yeah.
You know,
Sure.
There.
You're like, get down from there.
Yeah.
Wolf of Wall Street just seems like, isn't that just Leo's life in general? Like, isn't it just how he lives? Most of the
Well,
time is what it sort of seems like.
When figuring out contracts for that movie, there was a nudity clause of you must be nude in this movie, and I was like, nobody wants to see me nude. And they said, listen, everybody has to sign this. So then, you know, in the script there are multiple orgies, and I'm going like, what the fuck am I going to be expected to do? So as we're gearing up to start rehearsing these orgies, I'm literally having a panic attack because whether, you know, none of my kids are going to see that movie now. They're kids, but one day if they put it on, I can't. I don't want to be in an orgy.
Like,
I
can we call
never need to be in an orgy.
Can we call Stephen Glickman to be my body double?
Yeah.
I'm in.
And so I just start coming up with what else could I be doing during an orgy that is
It's just
not
as
being
fun.
a part of an orgy. Yeah, maybe I'm just there filming the orgy or something. But I pitched to Scorsese like, what if you're coming through and everybody's doing crazy shit and I'm asleep and or reading a book or
Maybe I'm making
anything that's
sandwiches
not
for that
and he went for it and I didn't have to, and that was another one of the greatest days of my life. I did not have to participate in that fucking orgy.
Back to the you were on a plane
Back
during
to
the
the-
orgy?
We're on a plane. There was an orgy
You
on
should
a
have
plane.
pitched you and Jim Caviezel talking.
And just with a Bible and talking
Him
about
talking
God.
about Jesus.
Yeah.
You're not living your life right.
my
Look
That's a
around.
great-
God.
that's a great
Oh,
fucking pitch.
Jesus.